Life hasn't gone the way I've expected. After nearly 40 years, I've got to start again. Hi, welcome to my channel, Your Life, Your Terms, where I'm documenting my journey of trying to rebuild my life at the age of 62. Well, what's been happening in my life in the last couple of weeks? Well, to be honest, more to the truth, was what hasn't been happening in my life. My long term partner has decided after nearly 40 years of being together that she wants to go onto pastures new. I won't go into detail because all that's is personal. That's what's happened, and you can imagine I'm at my life stage at my life now where I'm trying to rebuild something financially first of all for myself because I want financial freedom, not just for the sake of money's sake, but just for the things that I want to do. A lesson that I've learned from watching other channels and talking to people, um, that most people say, as soon as you can retire early, um, retire early as you can. So that's what I'm trying to do. There's a million things I want to do with my life. So financially, that's going to allow me to do that. Um, that's just the way life is. Can't do much without money, I'm afraid. That's just the way it is. Yeah, so that's what's been happening now. You can imagine. To be honest, I'm scared, because at my age, I don't feel my age. Not that 62 is old. I'm not saying that, but obviously, as you get older in life, things, major things like this, as you can imagine, I've been with one partner most of my adult life. It's hard to get your head around unless you're in that situation. So it's kind of scary, because also over the years you lose um, touch with a lot of people that you know, family move on, do other things, you lose contact with people. Um, so it's not like when you're young because you've always got all this time ahead in front of you, but as you're getting at my stage in life, you're sort of running out of time. I mean, I still feel young. I still feel as if I'm in my twenties. In actual fact, I feel fitter than what I was back then. But it's just, I know it's just a mindset, and that's the thing. Obviously, I've got to get over. I don't want this channel to be something, like people to feel sorry for me or anything like that, because I've got to deal with this on my own. Um, but it's going to help me, I think, talking to people about it. Hopefully, build a community around this because there's got to be thousands of people out there that are in the same situation trying to rebuild their life. So, um, if people contact me, we can have a chat and build a community around it. Why not? We can help each other. That's the idea behind it. So if you can help me in any way, any comments you find helpful, and as I go along, anything I found helpful for me, I can, give help back. That's the whole idea behind it. So yeah, it's scary, really scary. Um, so this is the next stage. That's the way I got to look at it. A new stage in my life, um, which in other ways can feel, exciting. Really, that's the way I got to look at it. That's what I keep telling myself. So, so what am I going to do about it then? Well, I made a list, and I'm just looking on my list here, on my laptop that I've got in front of me. Health, first of all, the old saying, if you haven't got your health, you haven't got nothing. I really believe in that. I think that's really important. With regards to the health, I want to be the best I can possibly be on that side of it, because that's in all honesty, that's what you should do anyway. But this has sort of shine a light on it. Um, Not only that, I've got to get back out on the market, and if you know what I mean, at some stage. So yeah, so that's one thing. Getting fitter. The in my job, it's a very physical job anyway. So that's helping me. So I've got no lack of. I've never had sort of lack of exercise, but perhaps I can do some more. Perhaps I can, do some resistance. I do some sort of resistance style exercise in my job, but maybe I can do do some more. As I said, getting the best version of myself I possibly can. Um, but overall, I'm gonna look after myself. Um, Money, as I said on this channel before, what I'm trying to do is build freedom for myself ASAP. I'm doing that through property, or I've chosen to do that through property because that's what I've known all my adult life. That's always been a passion of mine. Hands on, rightly or wrongly, I've been hands on with property, doing them up, getting stuck in. Um, Made a bit of money over the years, but I've bought having to. I always had to sell for cash flow, so I've never actually built anything. But I've done okay on it, but I've got plans to concentrate mainly. If you don't know this already, I've said it before, but uh, buy a property below market value through motivated sellers, and I can either buy the properties myself or sell them on to an investor. So that's my idea. Um, and Again, if you've watched my videos before, you know the time fraction is now. So that's something that's going to keep me busy. That's going to help me. So trying to throw myself as much as I can into that. Um, what's next? What did I put down on my laptop next? New experiences. I think this is going to be really important. I've always wanted to do. I've always loved history. So I've got a friend in work, a work colleague. He's a member of a local metal detecting club, and I spoke to him about it because I've always loved history, and I've loved to always want to get me buy myself a metal detector. So I'm going to buy myself a metal detector, um, and that's going to get me out there an interest. What else? Karaoke. I love singing. Always loved singing. My mum and dad brought me up on music. Always been brought up with loving music. So always loved singing. I looked out as a local pub to me on a Friday. It does karaoke. So I'm going to try and get a couple of work colleagues to go with me. If not, I'm going to go on my own. Why not? Check it out first, and if I want to, after a couple of beers, if I want to sing a song, I can. Why not? Who cares? I don't care anymore what people think. Do you? Comments below. Um, what do you think about that? It's good, isn't it? I think it's a good idea. Karaoke. Do what you love doing. And travelling. Solo holidays. Never been one. Scary. Scary being alone, isn't it? Let's face it. Again, anyone else out there feeling the same? Come on, let's build a community. Let me know if you're alone, whether you've been through that experience, going on holiday alone, or finding it tough being alone, or the opposite, loving it a bit. Let me know. Be really interested what you think. What else am I going to do? I've put down community and I've already mentioned it. Come on, let's help each other out. Um, I need your help, and there's a loads of people out there would need my help, and we can help each other. I think this YouTube is going to really help me mentally, and if it's successful, which I believe it's going to be, this channel, I can help other people rebuild their own channel if that's what they want to do as well. Why not? Again, let's help each other. Um, so, what else have I put down here on my list? What am I learning? What have I learnt from all this? I think it's just the fact that life can serve you a curveball. Is that right saying? I think so. At any given moment, don't take anything for granted. I think if I look back on it, as I said, I don't want this to be a relationship channel, but when I look back, I think we did take each other for granted. We've grown apart because of that. So on the relationship side of it, I suppose that's what I've learnt. the biggest thing. But it's just that, up to a couple of weeks ago, life was as is, normal, rightly or wrongly. That's where it was, and all of a sudden, bang, there you go. Don't want to be with you no more. Life changed overnight. Everything. So the next thing we do, we've got to put the property up for sale. This property here that I love. Um, I've built a garden house. This is where I am now. Actually, one day or one video, I'll probably show it to you. What I've built down the bottom of the garden. It's lovely in here. I've got it just as the way I want it. Um, so yeah, life can change overnight. So don't take nothing for granted. I think that's my biggest lesson I've got from all this. What else here? Anything else to talk about? So where am I going now? Yeah, just on them things really. What I mentioned there, getting stuck into me work, getting stuck. You know, I do want to find, another partner. I do want to love again. So I've got to get out there. So I've got a plan to get out there socially, because it's so easy, I think, also to get into. You go to work, you come home, do your normal, and on your days off, you do the chores. You got, I think you've got now what it's forced me to get out there more socially, um, become the best version of myself, make more friends, um, give. I think that's a big part of making friends. I think give before you receive, such an important statement. I think. Um, so yeah, just got to get out there. Thanks again for watching my channel. If you've watched it before, obviously. If not, um, what would help greatly for me if you would click and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and let's build a community. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is your life. Live it on your terms. See you next time.